Good morning. It's Wednesday, August 12th, and we're going to continue our discussion on action and pragmatism with a prompt from the Daily Stoic which reads, am I making this philosophy my own by putting it into practice? So as this unplanned little video project turned into a much longer unplanned video project, now it's something like 140 consecutive days, I've been thinking about what exactly is this philosophy of mine and what am I trying to communicate here? That said, I do think that it's helpful to provide some setup first with the opening lines from today's meditation in the Daily Stoic, in which Ryan Holiday writes, one of the criticisms of Stoicism by modern teachers is the amount of repetition. Marcus Aurelius, for example, has been dismissed by academics as not being original because his writing resembles that of other earlier Stoics. This criticism misses the point. Even before Marcus's time, Seneca was well aware that there was a lot of borrowing and overlap among the philosophers. That's because real philosophers weren't concerned with authorship, only with what worked. More important, they believed that what was said mattered less than what was done. So for anyone who's paid attention to my writing that's featured in these videos, you know that there's a whole lot of borrowing and repeating going on. As I work through my journaling in the morning, my kitchen table is often piled high with the works of other authors, both ancient and modern, that I scour in search of the phrasing or message that speaks to me and provides the inspiration that I'm looking for. And then I try to integrate these words into my own as I attempt to bring them to life by relating them to my real life application. I'm always looking to connect the theoretical to the practical. My goal is to move away from dogmatism to empiricism. And that's why some of my topics and inspirations may seem quite varied. While the prompt for each day and much of my borrowed content is certainly Stoic in nature, I don't consider myself a Stoic. Hell, never once in his writings did Marcus Aurelius, my favorite Stoic philosopher, refer to himself as a Stoic. No, while I can appreciate and relate to and apply Stoic principles more easily than any other schools of philosophy that I'd studied, I'm constantly looking to expand my range, test out new ideas, and integrate what works for me into my own life. Out of curiosity, a few months ago, I wanted to see if I had become too myopic in my refined perspective on life. So I sketched out this mind map here. And it traces the connections between many of the influential sources of my own development, whether that's books or speakers or courses that I've taken, or coaches or friends or anything else. And I was pleased to see that its range is arguably as wide as it is deep. But this isn't simply about exposure, it's about application. And there are plenty of other perspectives and practices that I've explored which just didn't resonate with me or felt incongruent with where I'm at right now. It'll be interesting to repeat this exercise in a few years' time, as I'm sure that it will continue to evolve. But for now, my particular and current philosophy that weaves through my journaling and by extension these videos is a smorgasbord of principles heavily influenced by Stoicism, but accented with both classical and modern literature, Buddhist, Hindu, Christian, Epicurean, Toltec, and Taoist teachings, pop culture, as well as historical references. The reason for that is twofold. Firstly, that's a representation of how I think right now. So it feels very natural for me to express myself that way, and that self-exploration is the primary driver for my journaling. But I'm also aware that not every concept will resonate with you, the viewer. So I'm hoping that some of those concepts will, and that will cause you to go and explore and apply those concepts more deeply as you establish and refine your own life philosophy, building off of and assimilating those ideas from others into a customized and practical system that's specific for you. Hope you have a great day. We'll talk soon. Bye.